names or words or making mistakes, please forgive me, but this is where I'm coming from. So I'm going to go ahead and get going here. For the month of February, Julia brought forth the topic of the four immeasurables of Buddhism. And the four immeasurables are referred to in one way as loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy or empathetic joy, and equanimity. These are concepts of sentiment, of well-being, and equanimity that, as immeasurable qualities, they're like a bottomless pit that extends from oneself outward to all beings as well as inward to oneself. It's a way and a concept of dealing with suffering. This week I started watching a show on TV called The Pit about an emergency room in Pittsburgh. And as I was watching this, some of it was very familiar to me. I reflected on, I'm just out of a 30-year career of being an emergency responder in San Francisco that included training in the emergency room at the General Hospital, being on ambulance, fire department. And so watching that, I was getting flooded with memories of stuff from the last 30 years. And it made me think, like, being a human is really, really hard. There are a lot of really challenging experiences that we go through as human beings, that it's a steady stream that comes always. There's never a start or a stop. This is just, as humans, this is just what we're going to experience. The Buddha came up with this 2,500 years ago, and I would imagine that when the Buddha announced, the first noble truth, that there is suffering, he didn't have to explain to people what he meant, right? This is a universal, and the things that I have seen, the things that I've experienced, the things that I've borne witness to, rarely does a month go by in this Sangha where somebody doesn't share a story of some sort of loss or tragedy that when I hear it, it just seems like an unfathomable amount of suffering. And yet, it's almost mundane how common this level of suffering is. We all will experience it in our life. We all have. We all will again. And here we are. I'm sure everybody in this room has felt that level of suffering where you just feel you can't go on anymore, and that level of just despair. And yet we do what we do as humans, and we come out the other side. Sometimes we're changed for the better, sometimes we're changed for the worst. But we keep moving through. And with this practice, I have developed tools and ways of thinking about suffering, both for myself and how I contribute to the suffering of others, in a way that I think is managing better for myself and the people around me. I hope it is. I find a lot of wisdom in this group. The teachings from everybody in the Sangha, especially from Julia and Lo, has really, really not just affected my ability to manage my addiction in the sense of this being a recovery program, but also just life in general. So I continue to be very grateful for this group. I encourage anybody who is new here, come back. We've got a really solid group. We're filled with humans. Some days are bad, some days are good, but we just keep moving on through this existence and this experience that we call life. I put together a meditation for us today, speaking on a little bit on the Buddha and also on the Four Noble Truths. Or, I'm sorry, not the Four Noble Truths, the Four Immeasurables of loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. If you want to find yourself in a position of comfort, if you are in a place where you cannot be still, that is fine. But if you're able to be still, find a comfortable seat in a chair, on a cushion, or lie down. We'll begin our meditation. If you're able to sit down, find yourself a comfortable seat, either on a cushion or a chair. Keep your spine naturally upright but relaxed. Gently close your eyes and soften your gaze. Take a few deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, and allow yourself to settle into the present moment. The middle way of Buddhism is the path of balance, avoiding extremes of indulgence and deprivation. Siddhartha Gautama, who later became the Buddha, experienced both luxury as a prince and severe asceticism in his search for enlightenment. Realizing that neither extreme led to true wisdom, he discovered the middle way, a path of moderation leading to liberation. This understanding became the foundation of his teachings, emphasizing wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. As you breathe, reflect on this balance, noticing any tensions or cravings, and gently allowing them to soften. Simply observe the middle path where wisdom and peace reside. Bringing forward the first of the four immeasurables, loving kindness, or metta. Bring to mind someone you love deeply, someone who makes your heart feel warm. Silently offer them these phrases. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Now, extend this loving kindness to yourself, repeating the same phrases inwardly. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Finally, extend this warm feeling to all beings, embracing the world with boundless love. May all be happy. May all be safe. May all be healthy. May all live with ease. Second immeasurable is compassion or karuna. Bring someone to mind who is struggling or suffering. Feel a sense of connection and a wish for their relief. May you be free from suffering. May you find peace. May your burdens be lifted. May you know ease and comfort. Let your heart open with compassion without being overwhelmed. Recognize that suffering is a shared experience, and in this understanding, we cultivate deep, compassionate presence. The third immeasurable, sympathetic joy or mudita. Bring to mind someone who is experiencing joy, success, or happiness. Feel genuine happiness for them as if their joy were your own. May your happiness continue. May your good fortune grow. May you be blessed with joy and fulfillment. Extend this feeling outward, rejoicing in the happiness of all beings, without envy or comparison. The fourth immeasurable is equanimity, or upekkha. Rest in a state of equanimity. Understand that life is ever-changing, that joy and sorrow arise and pass. With each breath, cultivate an inner stability. May I accept things as they are. May all beings find peace in the flow of life. May I meet each moment with wisdom and grace. We come to the end of this meditation. Take a few deep breaths, slowly bringing awareness back to your surroundings. Gently open your eyes, carrying this sense of balance, kindness, and presence into your day. May any merit gained through this practice be shared with all beings. May it contribute to the awakening and liberation of all. May suffering be alleviated, and may wisdom and compassion flourish in the world. May all beings walk in the path of balance and peace. Namaste.